So this is a weekly series I do pretty much to keep a lot of things in maintenance, and I call it the complete core series because, as I've told you guys before, the core is consistently made of everything that attaches to below and above the hip. So a lot of you guys should have these, or almost all you guys. If not, you know how to contact me. So we'll start with some movements to engage the low back and the glutes. So mini band goes above the knees. And as we sit up here, the first thing we do is chin down on top of the hands and then reverse hyperextension. So notice as I come up, chin stays on the ground, hands stay planted, coming up through on the hips only. So as you come up, make sure you also come up and out. Emphasize the glutes and low back as you come up. Then from there, you're going to go opposite leg, opposite arm, Superman. So just like in running, we have that counter movement where, of course, one arm comes out, the other leg extends. You want to engage in that similar manner. You want to go just like this, emphasizing that engagement of the low back and the glutes as you come up. Then from there, we're going to come onto our sides. We're going to go just relax here. So notice how I'm down on my elbow. This arm's holding on my head. This one is this hand's my anchor. From here, hips stay down and raise up through the legs. So notice how nothing else moves. If you need to scooch back so you're not rubbing on your hip, that's fine. So you can go on your glutes and then come up through here. So we're engaging our obliques for, again, more lateral stabilization. So this is a good one for our obliques. Then we're going to bend the knees. You want to make sure you get about 90 degrees. So hopefully most of you guys are still pretty good at math. Keep a right angle right there at your knees. And then from there, keep the heels together, open up, and then reset. So that's 2, 3, and of course control the movement, so don't just whip through it. Really emphasize engagement. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and so forth. So we'll do that on both sides. After that, we go for our abs. So with the abs, we're going to start out with feet crossed over, and then straight arms. You're reaching up as far as you can. Go for 20 of these. Then from there, we're going to engage the lower abs, reverse crunch. So now it's the hips raising up through with our low abs. And then of course we're doing 20 of the long hand crunch, 20 of these. And then from there, we're going to go into some hip flexor movement. So now we're back on our back, staying here. Knees are engaged. And from here, one leg extends, comes back. You're going to go 20 on one leg and 20, of course, on the other leg. The goal here is that the hip flexors engage, so when we're pulling here, the band wants to drive our leg away. We want to keep that knee nice and steady and right with us the whole time. So that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Try not to let too much shaking happen. I probably would suggest wearing shoes or socks though, because this does pull a little bit at your feet. If you have feet here, it hurts even more. So then from there, you can also do a pull. So if I get my feet now up onto a raised platform, I can bridge. And now I can pull in a similar manner. So now I also have an engaged glute and then even more hip flexor work happening here. And again, you want to isolate that movement. Make sure you're in control with no wiggling around. So be 20 on each leg of that one as well. Then we have the Copenhagen plate. So that big old fancy name might sound fancy, but the movement's not so fancy in itself. One leg is going to come up here, move up into a side plank, and then this other leg stays down. We're coming through here and back up. So the adductor, the inner thigh, is doing the work here. So as I sink down, what's bringing me up is this inner thigh. And again, this is extremely important to get some work on there because these adductors do a lot of work in stabilizing our knee as we're moving. So all of these movements together, I would suggest doing 3 sets of 20 reps of everything, and this will be one of those things you want to get done at least once a week because that maintenance will help keep a lot of your body in check as we're progressing through the off season and of course going forward. So any questions, of course, ask. Otherwise, good luck, guys.